Hello and welcome into this space. I invite you to just take a deep breath and just ground yourself. We do have a very unconventional reading from what I normally do. This began as an unboxing video for the Pocket Oracle of the Angels and Ancestors, and we ended up with quite a lot of messages. So we have a pick a card that came out of it as the unboxing was happening, and I will have chapters and the timestamps down below for you. If you just want to skip to the pick a card portion, that's fine. Wherever you're called to go in this reading, and if you'd like to just kind of sit through the whole journey that, you know, we took quite a beautiful journey through these cards and through a reading with the pick a cards. So there will be chapters, just check them out. There'll be the intro, kind of the unboxing, and then if you haven't seen this deck before, I know a lot of you have used it, it's been around a bit. If you wanted to see the actual cards, I'll try to timestamp everything and chapter it out. And those of you who are here for the pick a card portion of it, welcome. I'm honored to have you here with me. The first pile we have is the purple candle. And we have, if you can see this, mountains, stand your ground. The second, we have the crystal tower with Father Sky, trust in the universe. For the third group, we have the Palo Santo and the Knight, be brave and honest. And I just want to point out, like in the reading, there was something about this being your sword of protection, okay? It also did come out that like all of these readings were connected as one. They can flow as one. So you may be called, I know pile 1 and 2 sort of felt like a reading of its own. Pile 3 kind of went into something a little bit more different. So you use your intuition. You may want to go through all 3 of these, and you're more than welcome to come in and explore the cards, the unboxing, and getting to know the cards with all of us together. So however you're called, to whatever part of this video you're called to, follow your intuition, and I will see you in whichever section you choose to join or throughout the whole reading. It was a really joyous, I mean, it very much came through in this reading that there are more gifts for you to embrace, regardless of which pile you look at, whichever, or if you watch the whole thing, you'll understand more about the embracing more into your spiritual practice and acknowledging more of what different spiritual, ancestral, and what the universe has for you is so much more than I think we all realize. And this reading very much talked to, no matter which group you look at, it really talked to, there's so much more, and you're being called to bring in more. So for your highest good, and for you to give to others for the highest good of all. Okay, I'll stop rambling. I'll let you decide where you feel called to go to in this reading, and I hope there's something in here that provides you what you came seeking for. Hello, welcome. This is, I think, a part unboxing and a part reading. I'm not sure. I probably will post this I've been putting off getting this deck for a long time, even though it's been very eye-catching to me. And I found the pocket size. I was like, I gotta get the pocket size because I work with a small space. Pocket size is great. But there's instantly just something so profoundly grounding. And that's why I think I don't normally post. I do unboxing videos and I don't post them. I just put them unlisted. This one I'm going to probably post because I feel like there's some people who are looking that just need to be grounded at this time. And there's some very strong grounding. So as we go through these, if you just sort of want to be open to that energy of the cards and to see if that can help ground you and kind of bring you more into center, that would be, you know, something if you're called to do that. If you're new to my readings, this is actually not really a reading, but an unboxing. I'm Kayanne. I'm clairsensitive and a Reiki master. And my channel is new, by the way, unless you're catching this like a year or two from now. So one of the things that I've had coming through today, and I'm just going to put this in there because I don't know if it goes with this or if it's going, I have a reading set up over there to do later. I'm picking up on a lot of energies that are distant that I'll be reading for. And by distance, I mean, I'm posting these to YouTube, but I can feel and I can sense some of the people, maybe not for this reading, but I know for the one that I'm setting up to do later, they're not even on YouTube watching these. And so if at any time you feel called to share this video or any of the readings that I do invite you to do that, because I'm becoming very aware and, you know, spirit and the energies that I'm connecting with, I'm really becoming aware that, you know, that's great. The algorithm on YouTube has a really uncanny ability to send you to the readings you need. But there's people who aren't looking on YouTube, and for some reason a lot of the message I've been getting aren't for people who are on YouTube. So if you feel at any time like this is something to share and post to wherever you can, or wherever you feel comfortable. I don't know how to word this because I don't like asking people to do things like this. But there's this feeling that I keep getting today. I know I'm rambling. I'll do that. If you're gonna watch my videos, you're gonna have to like end up hearing me ramble. It's so funny. But it really, like, I got right before I sat down to do this unboxing, maybe a reading. I don't know what this is going to be. We're going to just let Spirit, my guides, send us in the direction we need to go. But if you need to be grounded and you're looking something for ancestrals or just what to connect with, to anchor you down, there's something in these cards. And it might come through in this unboxing thing, but it may be a reading. Scatterbrain, I will disclose to you, I did have a brain injury when I was younger where I did die and come back. Unfortunately, though, I do have some cognitive issues. So if you hear me ramble or switch stuff or forget things, please do understand that I was, you know, very much fortunate that I was told to come back and stay here, but not all of my brain function was working quite right, and it's never mended. So I do have the experience of having passed and then come back in this lifetime. And when you see me ramble off in different directions or not be able to remember information or the names of things in my readings, just understand that that is, you know, there was a period of time in this life where I was dead and it was a brain injury. So not everything healed physically from that, but spiritually I was able to return, which is wonderful, and physically live this life out. It's just a tangent. I don't know why I said that. But anyway, what I was trying to get to, if you're still even watching this, my goodness. If you're still watching this, what came through just before I sat for this is I hear so many people talk about finding your soul tribe, and I've used that term also. And for some reason today, a correction came through to me that, at least for me, when I talk, I need to start using the term soul team. And I was reminded that tribes used to fight tribes. Teams work together. And there's something important in that message, and I will try to remember to phrase things as soul team rather than soul tribe, because for some reason that's what my guides are telling me to do at this time. And I don't know if that plays into the part of asking you to share, you know, like if you want to, this is like, I don't know if it means that these messages are supposed to connect with the soul team, and you're part of the team. You know, I may do the readings, I may post the videos, but there is a strong sense that there's these messages that I don't have a direct route to get to the people who need them. But then some of the people who catch this video, you do have the route so that you can pass these messages to the people that they need to go to. So there's something very definite about with the readings in this channel now that it needs to go to, we're a soul team, and the tribe vibe needs to be let go of. And I just heard a lot of you belong to a lot of different tribes, you know, and it's okay, that's fine. If those terms work for you, that's good. But for some reason, I'm being guided to say this is team. This isn't tribe. We don't fight. We don't say we're this, but we don't belong to that. We're team. Teams work together. Tribes can fight. I mean, tribes obviously work together within their tribe, but teams, there's something about working together, okay? And there's something about grounding that whoever was called to this reading needs to. So okay, I'm like, what, 7 minutes and 54 seconds into this. Let's go ahead and unbox this. This is Kyle Gray, Angel and Ancestors Pocket Oracle deck. It's a 55 card deck guidebook. Artwork by Lily Moses. On the back, we'll read this real quick. And we're going to get to the cards pretty fast, I think. The angels and ancestors are among us to bring healing and change. By connecting with the Celtic, Native American, Aboriginal, and earth-based spiritualities honored in this oracle, you can receive guidance to help you carve your path and live a life filled with magic. And as I read through that, like when we're talking just earlier about different tribes, teams, I'm feeling like this is where, yes, the Celtic, the Native American, the Aboriginal, all of these different, what was sectioned out, what we call this is, you know, this is like the Celtic pagan groups or the Native Americans or the when we talk team, it's called bringing all of those in. And I'm being told we have ancestry where so many of us have been a part of all of these. So it's very difficult to say that, like, oh, it's this tribe, because none of us are really just ancestrally, you know, if you believe in the past lives or just in your own ancestry line, we don't belong to just one. It's a collective of all of these things that we're carrying. So the team rather than the tribe, since the tribe language usually belongs to one, not the other, we're encompassing all. And I think that's part of the message of team. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to open this. I have no idea what's going to come out during this. If there's, I don't know. I mean, if you find something that resonates with you or you want to further comment on something, comments are below. Go for it. Let's get this opened up. If you've worked with this deck and you have insights about it, definitely go ahead and share them. Like I really feel like this is group effort. You know, I can initiate when I'm called to do a reading and I can post these, but I feel like something about this channel needs to be a group effort. Like, not just me sending you stuff, you know, messages that I receive. Inside we have, let me see. Okay. Guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones, I call on you and welcome you here now. Okay. And this is, again, a collective team of all of these so-called tribes is really the vibe I'm feeling. So we have the book. It's a little pocket book. It's probably a little bit abridged. That looks like it has the quick message here, and then a little bit about, and then an extended message in here if you're looking at the pocket. I just find it's really beautiful. Like, Druid is the first card there. It kind of goes back very ancient. Okay, and then inside the box, I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from this tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. Okay, now I'm starting to feel why the team and let's like break away from the tribe. This is all of the collective of all, not that. Yeah, I don't know how to word that, but I'm understanding why some of that weird rambling that I've been doing earlier in this reading is coming through like that. And I would do my best to pass along what I pick up on from Spirit. Okay, let's get this off. And it's, for those of you, since we are doing an unboxing, it is, you know, pocket size, so it's a very comfortable for pick a cards where there's very small space on the table. But I'll give you a look at the back of the deck here. It's just, you know, it's kind of funny, like the owl is actually the little image and icon in the profile pic that I have. I love that this is sort of like, to me it looks like a compass, but at the same time the zodiac. So it's almost astrological, but like using the sun, the moon, and north and south and east. There's something really blended. I mean, and we have like the antlers here and a little bit of a dream catcher back there and the sun here. So this is, so far I'm enjoying the blending of all of these, you know, going back throughout history and all of the different nature-based is really what I'm looking at. So, okay. We'll go through and I'll do a quick, we have Druid, we have Earth Mother. I'm hoping that I don't have my tape over here and YouTube doesn't let any nudity show, so we'll hope that this is a safe deck. Elders, healing through the lineage, learning from spiritual teacher, and we have like a Jesus looking speaker here. This really is breaking down the barriers between, okay, that's why I was like, that's why the team, tribes fight, no, we're a team. There is something very important about that, and that may be in your practice something to consider, opening up more to of how do these all blend into one and feed into one and come from the same source is what I'm being told. They all come from the same source. Hermit, retreat and recharge. High priestess, harness magical power. Hunter, track down your fears and desires. Knight, be brave and honest. This card is kind of jumpy. There's a bit of energy in this card. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Lord, take charge with authority. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Oracle, wait for important information. Peacekeeper, harmonious resolution is possible. And I'm looking at the cards. These do not have numbers on them, which is very interesting. Seer, see beyond the current situation. Shaman, trust in higher forces. Why did that card jump? I wanted to, okay, so there's something about this clock is a compass, is the zodiac. There's something about that. And then the owl again here. This is very similar to some of the stuff that's on the back of the card. This card jumped out and wouldn't let me move on, so we've got to do this. There's, I guess if I do it this way, then you'll see there's some similarity in this. So some of you may be into some shamanic practices, or even like, you know, Reiki work is energy healing, any kind of like that. We have Sholin Master. I don't know how to pronounce that. Be graceful in movement and action. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Skyfather, trust in the universe. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. So we're even bringing in star seeds into this too. Stargazer, set your sights higher. Trades, exchange energy to create abundance. Traveler, move in a new direction. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Wise one, grow with your current situation. Witch, be the light. Air guardian, shift your perspective. Animal guardian, trust your instincts. Direction guardian, choose your path. So there's a group of guardians in this, okay. Earth guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Definitely a deck to help with that. Fire guardian, ignite your passions. Guardian angel, you are not alone. Heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Magic guardian, unlock the magic within you. Medicine guardian, be open to healing information. Protection guardian, drop your shields. Water guardian, connect with your emotions. Arrow card really jumps out. Surround yourself with protective energy. Oh, this is a different one. Okay, these are the arrows. I'll have to look into the book to see what the meaning of the different sections of these are. I just heard, like, some of you have been using this for quite a long time. It's not like it's a new deck. And you're kind of looking at me like, you don't know how this deck works yet? And I was like, no, I'm learning, and it's just, you know, but I'm seeing the pattern of how things are broken up, and I'll read the book and find out why it's done that way. But I like how it is done. Broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. We have drum, dream and journey. That's interesting. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. We do have a moon card. Take note of intuitive messages. Mountains, stand your ground. Snake, shed old skin, yes. Stag is trust and thrive. We do have a Sun card. Enjoy success and happiness. Well, we had a Moon card, so we should have a Sun card. Autumn. Release the old and rest. Spring. See your seeds grow. We have the rabbit there. Summer. Bask in the joy and light. And that's with the bee. Winter. Take care of your needs. Okay. So just a quick opening for any messages that people need. Guardian angel, you're not alone. And there's a break in the deck here for someone. See from a higher perspective. So for some of you that are watching this, that is a message that has come through. And I think, I mean, I'm not really going to look, I don't like reading the book first. I like to just kind of enter into the cards. So we'll just see how it shuffles up. And we'll just, you know, if you want to just take a moment, think of something you want guidance on, and we'll pull a few cards. I'm definitely connecting with people who have used this deck, or I'm connecting with your future self who is very adept with this deck. So those are some possibilities. Okay. Guys, what would you like me to do? You're saying something about a better understanding of our collectiveness and how we can embrace not the different tribes, but I think the communion of all tribes. What is the wording for that, Spirit? How all of these are woven. I mean, they're all just threads in the same web is what I'm hearing. You know, all of these different, whether it's shamanistic, whether it's, you know, tarot readings, whether it's Native American, whether it's, you know, runes, and the old Celtic, even the Egyptian paths, and even with the parts of Christianity, they're all woven. It's all woven. You know, if you think of spirit as the spider's woven all of these threads. And I'm being told, in a way so that it can catch you from falling with your mortal life. And when we weave these threads together, we create a better net to keep us from falling. I don't know. Okay, this is one of those, I'm just letting, I'm going to take a drink of water. So if anything's standing out to you, like, you can write it in the comments. I'm like, I don't know why anybody would still be still be watching this, but I can feel a couple of you out there, and I am tapping into someone who's like, I don't want to say wiser. It's always, because wisdom comes from spirit, so it's like a hard, you know, like, don't compare each other. But I do feel there's someone present, whether it's someone for the view who's going to be a viewer of the video, or if it's just let me just ask, like, are you a watcher of the video, or are you, you know, whoever's here with me right now is someone that, like, is a spirit guide for someone who's watching the video. I don't know. They came to visit. Somebody who knows these cards and has worked with them for a while. But every time I say that, I keep getting your future self knows these cards and has worked for a while with them. So that is present, and just like right over there, standing there. Okay. So what do we need to pull? We're gonna set out 3 of these. I have, like, I mean, we'll do a little bit of a pick a card to the end of this, and we'll just have just 3 of these, and we'll see how you get called to, do I have anything to set out? Candle. I don't know, you can't really see that too much. And then we have the Crystal Tower, and then we have the Palo Santo. So there, that's what our guide is going to be for these. And then we're going to grab 3 cards for each stack, and we'll go through it that way. Okay, what about group 3 here? Let's see what messages come through. If some of you, I can hear you're asking, is this a deck that'll work good with me? I don't know which pile that is. I don't know which group that is. But I heard that question from someone. Okay. All right, we're back at group 1. What's their 3rd card, please? Spirit? Okay, 3rd card for that group. 3rd card for, oh, whoa. That wanted to come out quite simple. And group 3, you're getting 2 cards down here. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we do have Knight, which is brave and honest. And I'm being told, bottom of the deck, Sky Father, and Mountains. Okay, so if that helps you, that's what Spirit wants me to do here. Okay, pile number 1, you're unseen at the bottom of the deck is Mountains, Stand Your Ground. Okay, I'm just gonna, I don't have enough space to keep these here. So it's purple candle, Mountains, Stand Your Ground. Okay, we're gonna put that up top there. Okay. That, I guess, is kind of fitting. Sky Father, Trust in the Unknown, which was the Crystal Tower. That kind of fits, right? Okay. I can't quite fit everything. If I scoot this up, can I scoot this up some so we have it a little bit in the picture for you? Okay. And then we have the Palo Santo and Knight. I'm being told to take this out for you to see beside. And I'm being like, something about this being the sword. Your Knight is like, your sword is like this, clearing the negativity and having like courage to be brave and honest and break through whatever lies and negative energies. Like, there's something about that there's, I don't know, I'm being told to hold this here for another moment for some of you to look at. I'm almost tempted. I have to peek underneath here. I don't know why. Guardian Angel, you are not alone. So for those of you who are in this be brave and honest, and you are in this protection mode, Guardian Angel, you're not alone. Okay, so that's, I'm going to set this actually next to the card. And then we will, you did, for this pile here, you also got 2 cards down at the ending. So you've 4 cards, everyone else has 3. I did not know we were going to do a pick a card in the middle of this. It was going to be an unboxing. Okay. So we will start this in just a moment. I'm going to go get some water before my throat gets too dry, and I'll be right back. I did a little bit of a resetting of the layout of the cards so we could really go into a pick a card. We'll recap. This is, I do not remember the incense in that candle. The purple candle, we have Mountains, Stand Your Ground. We have the Crystal Tower with the Sky Father, Trust in the Unknown. With the Palo Santo with Knight and Be Brave and Honest. And while I was just taking a break to just sort of meditate on this, for some of you, it will be a pile that you are called to. And there's something about a merging of different aspects, different what is the word you want me to use, guides? Sources, ancestors, what's available in the spirit realm for you, and bringing multiples in. That may resonate with some of you. For some of you, it will be just one pile, but then I'm also being told for others, this whole thing is what you have to bring in. So you may, whether you're drawn to one or multiples or all of these, is perfectly fine. Okay, so we'll get into, let's start with pile number 1. I'm going to leave all the cards on the table. I'm being told to do this completely different. Obviously, this is completely different because if you've watched this from the beginning, this started out as an unboxing video and turned into a clear cut. We're supposed to do pick a card. So the mountains, we really do have stand your ground. And as I lift it, it does have beneath that stand your ground, and the sage, be devoted and committed. So for some of that, it's just a reminder, and I'm being told there are a lot of you who are devoted and committed, and it may mean that you need to make room. There's just things in your life that are interfering, but it is important at this time for you to stand your ground and to be tapping into your spirit guides, to your ancestors, and to your gifts. So we'll go through each of the cards to see what came out for you. It is, I mean, this is, we just had be devoted and committed and stand your ground. Harness the mystical powers. Harness mystical powers, High Priestess. For a lot of you, yes, you are spiritual workers in whatever aspect that you take that. And this is just a confirmation that, you know, you can... How do you want me to say that? I'm going to ask my guides for the correct wording of things. And... want me to say that? They just told me, you know. All right, so you know, and what I'm getting is, you know, but maybe your higher self knows. For some of you, this is your higher self knows you are the High Priestess and you're able to harness these mystic powers, but perhaps your kind of like ego 3D self is not sure of it. So it's a calling for the spiritual side of you to stand your ground and kind of override the ego saying, this isn't, supposed to be dominant in my life for some reason. You also have summer, bask in joy and light. And what I was just told is like, this ability that you have, when you harness it, when you stand your ground, when you claim it, it actually brings you joy. It fills you with light. Okay, let's see. Okay, group 1, you are so powerful. I mean, and you have so much to bring. And I just was told, like, this is, not only are you going to find joy and light, but you're capable of bringing joy and light to others, which is really important. I mean, our soul gifts are there because they're what align and fill us, but they're also our soul gifts, which we're meant to bring into the world. And, I mean, here you have High Priestess, and now you have Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. So for any of you who are doubting in your gifts, whether or not to use them, whether or not you really have them, this is just absolutely telling you, you've got to stand your ground against that that ego mind or the restrictions of the world that say this is not a real thing. You know how like a lot of people will poo-poo what we do here spiritually, especially with cards and talking with our guides. You need to stand your ground and know that that is a truth. That is a real thing. And, you know, build your devotion and commitment to your spiritual gifts. Honor your inner knowing. You have the High Priestess card. You have the Medicine Mother here. And you have Summer, bask in joy and light, which is really reaffirming that not only is your embracing and harnessing of these gifts and the sharing of gifts, which is really important, is for you to share these gifts for the benefit of others. That is going to bring joy and light to you, but it's going to bring joy and light to other people. So there's a very distinct purpose there for these gifts that you have. Is there anything else I'm supposed to say on that, Spirit? I'm being told to move to the next. You know, we're going from Medicine Mother and High Priestess to Sky Father, which is group 2. And this is kind of like, I think, why we opened up with maybe this is a blend of all of these things is how what you need to do. How do I never feel like I'm making sense. It's really crazy. This is blending all of these together. So you're connected to this too, because this is incomplete without like the, you know, what people consider the masculine energy. You know, this talks a lot about the feminine energy. I don't really believe in energy being male or female. Energy is energy, and we can define it as having a gender, but I don't really think energy has genders. It's up to you how you want to see it. I am not here to tell you to believe any different than you do, okay? And it is trust in the unknown. Oh, Father Sky, and of course Mother Earth. I apparently didn't shuffle too well. I don't know, but I think they were meant to stay together. Feel loved and comforted. Trust in the universe, okay? So again, we are talking about bringing it all together. That whole yin yang thing into one energy is what I'm being told. You know, what's considered the masculine side, what's considered the feminine side, bringing it into a unison of one energy. Okay, let's see what the next card here is for you. Snake is shedding the old skin, is the old beliefs of it has to be this or that. And it's just bringing it into this one point and just letting go of, you know, for some of you, you may have, we talked about earlier about all of these like teamwork rather than tribes, as tribes may go against each other. Tribes are very separate and they have their own defined, I'm this, I'm that. The shedding of the skin, of the separation of these things is what I'm sensing in this. And bringing it all into one. For some, like the soup, like, you know, I guess this is a strange metaphor for it, but if you think about it, you know, like you're going to have so many different ingredients in the stew that you're making, in the soup that you're making, in the dish. You know, we don't just put a carrot on a plate and say, here's dinner. You know, we have carrots, we have potatoes, some people eat meat, or, you know, you're going to have your vegan food there. So it's that bringing in to fully feed, to fully be nourished. We can't just live on carrots alone, okay? I don't know how else to put that. It's like a metaphorical way of saying it, okay? So shedding that skin of needing to just do things this one way or just tap into this one source. It's really a calling to shed the skin of the singular and bring in the variety, and that's this word nutritious and nutrient and fertile. It's there's something in that that's coming through. What do we have? Winter is take care of your needs. So, I mean, self-care is obviously in tune with this card. And for some of you, you may need to balance out time from, you know, yes, work needs to be done, dishes need to be done, laundry needs to be done. And I'm being told you can bring your spirituality into all of those things. They can all be an act of spirituality. But to take care of your needs. And I think this is, what I just heard was some of you aren't getting all of your spiritual needs met because you haven't tapped into other areas of spirit. You may be blocking off one of the clairs senses that you have. You may be only working with tarot and you need to bring in crystals, or there's other things to bring in. I'm almost heard like you need a nurse to come in for this. You need this to come in for that. So there's different needs that you have that'll be met through different, I'm going to say modalities. I don't know why that word came through. That might be a word that clicks and resonates with some of you. So that caring for yourself, and that's, the wolf may represent something for some of you. And there are, like, it's winter, it is the snowflakes. So what I'm seeing with winter is like, it's very barren right now. So you need to bring in, for some of you, more natural, nature-based methods of working with spirituality may be of use to you. And let's see what else we have here. Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. And I heard there are other things you can bring in that you will be passionate about. And you'll feel that inner warmth, that inner fire ignite within you as you bring in, I mean, we're going from winter, take care of yourself, to Fire Guardian. So, I mean, it just couldn't be opposite. And of course, we have Sky Mother and Earth Father, or Sky Father and Earth Mother here. It's very interesting how I transposed those. And there's something in the message there that it is, you know, they're both. There's something there. But with Fire Guardian coming out right after winter, take care of your needs, ignite your passions. This is bringing it in. And for some of you, it may be like the crafts, the activities. You may be doing something creative. That is another form of your spiritual expression. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to add, guys, to that? And I just heard be willing to experiment with new things. And you'll know if it's the right thing because you'll feel a sense of nourishment from it, is what I'm hearing. But yeah, it's just that sense of like somebody's just been living on ramen noodles, and it's really time for you to nourish yourself. And that means bringing in really healthy ingredients into your life, okay? So we'll move on to the next group. And again, like, these may all fit for you. There might be parts in each one that fit for you. So it's not really a pick a card. It's just we've got 3 different thought lines going, I think. So we have Night, and since we did look at the bottom, the card underneath, yeah, we did. We have Be Brave and Honest. We already looked at this pre-reading, pre-pick a card part. So I'm being told to look at Druid Hold the Space. And we did, if you listen to the opening and the unboxing for this, look at this. We have the Knight, be brave and honest. We have guardian angel, you're not alone. And we have druid, hold the space. And this is like really when we're talking about taking from all of these places and remembering, you know, there's so many past lives. There's so many different, even if you don't believe in the past lives, your DNA has been through so many of these things. You have, you know, loved ones crossed over looking after you. You have a history that goes back to a lot of places. And it's calling you to tap into all of that ancestral DNA if you don't believe in the past lives, where for a lot of you, you have worked as these in your past life. Okay, what is... There's something else Spirit wants me to say here, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm being told to look out the window that's behind me. That's an unusual thing. That's for some of you, a window behind you. Is there something more you want to tell us about a window behind you? Like, I can look out, there's trees, there's nature, there's bushes. There is a light out there that comes on at night. So that, like, it's never in the dark. There's a light that comes on at night, so you're never in the dark, is the message for someone. And you're being asked to see that light so that you can be comforted by it. And I was just told, move on. Okay. And here we have autumn. Release the old and rest. Okay. For some reason, I feel like that weird interruption of having to look out the window in the back. Yes, for some of you, it is looking at the past, shining. It's the raven here. For some of you, you know, we've talked a lot about, especially in this group here, bringing in new nutrients. A lot of you are just... And we did talk about like living on that ramen noodle diet. You're still living on the just metaphorically, let's say it, living on that unhealthy diet of a lot of negative things. And it's saying, you know, just bring in, you know, release that, let the new things come in, and just let some of the old stuff rest. What didn't serve you, what didn't nourish you, is to let go. I just saw a picture of an acorn, and it's like, I wanted to say, because it's time to grow a new tree, and instead I was interrupted, and it says, no, there's no tree. The tree is ancient. It's just that you have to return to the tree. That ancient tree of wisdom. So it's releasing the old, like, and I'm being told to say, like, the leaves that fell 5-10 years ago, why are you hanging on to them? They're just turning into dirt now. Yes, they're nutrients for the soil to the tree, that you belong at the tree. And with the new fruits of each season. And for some of you, it's understanding that you are going to go through phases where things change. You're going to have to let go of some things that don't no longer serve you, and embrace the new ones that will serve you. And that will help you serve others for their highest good. Okay. Warrior. We have the Warrior card next, which is fearless. Be fearless and stand strong. This is your tree. If you get back to the tree, I mean, this, for some reason, I'm being told this is the tree. You're being asked to, you know, here's all of the leaves that have died, and then look at the greenery. This is the strength, returning to the tree. And you can take that in whatever way. For some of you, there is a Celtic to it. Something about the green in this. Okay, I don't know, I'm not getting too much for that, but we do have these two cards here. Okay, what am I feeling? Because I'm being sent an emotion to feel, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of resisting because I do get, like, if you've seen my other readings, like, you guys make me cry a lot because I get into that. So I'm trying to understand, there is a feeling that some of you, there's an emotion. There's a little bit of bitterness. Okay. And a pushing. Just give me a moment to try and settle in and feel what this is and what the effects of this emotion is. It's for some of you, it's not for all of you, of course. Okay, let me just. What is in this? There's an emotionless, like someone's tried to turn off their emotions. And stick with, like, this is the one way I do things, and that's the way it has to be. Okay, I think is that what? This is the way it has to be, and I'm not changing this. There's a resistance to change. There's that sense of, this is the way it has to be. And I'm being told that is an old belief that's keeping you stuck in the same place where you don't get to embrace all of the abundance of emotions and the abundance of gifts. I just see like things going into the trash can in the sense of, like, this is the way it has to be. I just, that goes in the garbage. I take the garbage out on Thursday, like, there's something about, like, throwing these gifts away, throwing the messages that you receive away, and just saying, this is the way it's supposed to be. I have to go on this straight line. And I'm being told this is not necessarily... Well, bear with me. I'm sorry if I'm losing some of you here, but we'll get this because this is important to someone at least. Okay. I don't know if I want to. Okay, let's look at the next two cards, see if we get any clarifier. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there's a couple things that came through, and it's Eagle, see from a higher perspective, and great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. For some of you, you're questioning whether this is some of these things that you are interested in, these other modalities of working with spirit and the universe, God, however you choose to call it. Some of you are questioning whether or not it's permissible. That was this feeling of, but it doesn't align with. And I think, I don't want to say I think. I want to say the message that Spirit gives you, not what I think. It's definitely a guidance of, like, take a higher perspective, okay? Step back from, I was just told, go to the top of the tree and see what you can see from around there. And maybe just, in a meditation, just visualize it, of finding the tree instead of, like, being with the dead leaves on the ground. Go find the tree in your mind, meditate on it, go to the top of the tree, and scan, just scan everything 360 degrees around you. and take a look from a higher perspective. And the great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Now that's also going to be for those of you who have been resistant to these. For some of you, it feels like they're new coming in, but it's just kind of you're in your awakening and you're kind of hesitant for awakening. Some of you have been awakened to a lot of things and you're like, do I really need that new thing? What I'm hearing is with this, okay, I'm going to try to put this so I do not offend anyone. I'm trying to be delicate, and that may be part of the message. What's coming, learn from spiritual experience, not necessarily what you're taught and told about how things work on a spiritual level. For some of you, you're going to have to, I'm being told to look out the window again. For some of you, you've had a lot of spiritual experiences and you've downplayed them. And it's saying, you know, go back and look at these things and learn from them. Learn that they were real. Try to understand where they came from, what they taught you, how they helped you in your higher good, but also in others' higher good. For that, I wish, I'm getting something creeped out about this card where it's like somebody's standing in your way saying, don't go there. Because I'm like so tempted to like make that card stop looking at me. I don't know why. I just really don't know why. And I feel like we need something more. Spirit, what do we need? We're really leaving this hanging, and I think maybe that's where to leave it. Yeah, I mean, I'm being told just leave it there. This is, you know, your journey is your journey. I'm not going to spell out every step of your journey, and you're all different. But I do feel like for some of you, it is, all of this is your reading, okay? It's not really a pick a card. Now, some of you, I feel like, are more in this, and I kind of feel like this is, some of you are over here and you don't realize that this is all available to you and has been working in your life, believe it or not. But when you look to see where it has been in your life, you'll see it. Is there anything else guides need to tell me? I'm going to pause this just a moment and just ask for a little bit and have a sip of water or two and see what comes through. Okay, I was told go a layer deeper. Okay. Pile 3, the traveler. Move in a new direction, okay? Track down your fears and desires, the hunter. And do we go another card or not? Direction guardian, choose your path. Okay, so I'm told one more. Make plans and focus. Okay. For those of you who this is resonating with, it is time to let go of the past, move in a new direction. You're going to have to look at your fears and you're going to have to recognize what your desires are. Go after your desires, learn to get past your fears. It said, be brave and honest right here. And like you have tracked down your fears and desires. It just really is confirming. Direction guardian, you do have a spirit guide, you have angels, whatever you're in connection with or you don't have a connection with yet that you're aware of. You do have direction guardian, someone protecting you in this to help you choose your path and make plans and focus in that direction. And do we need to go to the next card, Spirit? Like, okay, we skipped actually a card, and I don't know what's. Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna go work with this, is what I'm being told. Magic guardian, unlock the magic within. Okay, this is for those of you who have not fully embraced, but are, I mean, you're watching this because you're aware there's something. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this. But it is Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within you. It is there. And then exchange energy to create abundance. A trader. And not a trader as in trading goods. Not in, you know, a trader turning against you. It's interesting how those words are this, have two different, that word has two different definitions. And I'm being told there's a point in that when, oh my gosh, there is definitely a point in that some of you need to hear, okay? The word trader. They might be spelled differently. I'm so dyslexic, I don't know how to spell anything. Like a trader is somebody who, like, you know, that kind of spy, that betrayer, so forth. Some of you are in this sense of feeling like, am I being a traitor? Am I betraying something? Am I betraying this other faith that I have? Am I betraying something? And you're being called to go, no, you're not a traitor. What you're the other version of traitor, which is you have an exchange, and in the universe and the spirit and your guides are trying to exchange this energy with you. And it's something you give to others. It's something you give to yourself. It's something you accept from all of the different, you know, guardians, the spirits, the angels, your ancestors. It's an exchange. And this is, I'm being told, this is an exchange that's going on throughout all of the people on the earth. It's something that is constantly happening here on earth. And when you tap into the more spiritual side of this exchange, then the interactions with others that you have is greatly improved. For some of you, that is a message, but it is important. This word traitor, I understand those of you who are really called to this pile, there are different definitions to the word. The same word can have multiple meanings. And we talked a lot about switching around meanings of things, and for a lot of people, the meanings need to change so that we can see their true nature and their true meaning. And if you feel like that traitor word is a betrayal, no, you're being called right now to see that as you're exchanging gifts. You're receiving and giving gifts when you embrace this. Okay, I'm glad we did go a little further on that to get, I think that's a perfectly fine place for us to stop. If you watch this whole thing, I'm so grateful to you for joining me. Like, if you saw the beginning, this was an unboxing video in the beginning, and this is what really needed to come out. So there was an urgency that these cards wanted to deliver. If you feel that there's others that this may resonate, and you think this is a message to kind of further get out to more people, please do hit the share button and share it. like I said, I know I can sense for some of who I'm reading for, and I know there's kind of like this, I just want to say there's like this quadrant in one section of people who don't even go on YouTube, and I feel these people, and I feel their energy, but I don't have, in the realm of the internet, connection to them. So the message is actually to get to everyone is kind of going to be dependent on those of you who are called to go and share it. Only if you feel called to do that. If you do not, then that's okay. But for those of you, it may just be one or two of you that feel like, yes, I feel like if I share it here, there are people, this message needs to go there. If you feel that, and that kind of ties back into I feel like this channel is more of a team than just I read and tell you stuff. But definitely use your intuition on that. I don't want you to feel pressure to do something like that. You'll know if it's right for you or not to share it. But if there are those of you, I just want to put it out there that I'm not able to get this message to everyone who's here asking me for the message. So I do need your help with that. Other than that, take care, and we will be seeing these cards in more of my readings, I'm sure, in the future. I send you all my love, and I hope you'll join me again in another reading soon. So then, embrace your beautiful journey.